Happy New Year! This is Craig Beck from StopDrinkingExpert.com. It is January 1st. It is 10 to 9 in the morning. And I just want to say a big good morning and a big congratulations to all my online members who are waking up this morning with that beautiful smug feeling that you get on certain days of the year. That in the past, you would have woken up with a terrible hangover. And when you look around at your friends and family, you see exactly what you would have looked like last year. So it's a beautiful feeling. Congratulations and welcome into it. If you're watching this video and you're not in that place yet, and you're making the decision that 2019 is going to be your happy, sober year, I just want to talk to you a little bit about the bubble of unreality and about the alcohol industry. Because we're about 30 years away from where cigarette advertising is and our views of cigarette smoking as a bad habit. Because if you think about it, back in the 1970s, everyone smoked. Everyone. You know, it was fine to smoke indoors. In office places, every desk would have an ashtray on it. If you went to the movie theater, people were smoking. People were even smoking on airplanes. That seems crazy today, doesn't it? But everyone smoked. Every single movie that you saw had people chain smoking in it. And so when you quit smoking back then, everyone thought, well, you know, how are you going to relax? How are you going to socialize? It's exactly like alcohol is today. We're still in the bubble of insanity around this drug. And that everyone drinks, everyone thinks it's a harmless social pleasantry. The advertising is allowed. They're allowed to say anything they want without being challenged. The alcohol industry can say anything. They can say, drink our product, it makes you more sexy. Drink our product, it makes you relax. Drink our product, it makes you more confident. Drink our product, you'll get more sex. They can say anything. And they don't ever have to prove it. And if you think about it, that's quite a unique and powerful situation for the alcohol industry to be in, because no other product on planet Earth can do that. If I bought out a brand of car tire and I started a big advertising campaign and I claimed, if you use my car tires, you will never have an accident ever, how quickly before I get sued? How quickly before my product gets shut down and banned from the airways? A week? 3 days? Something like that. But alcohol, for some reason, doesn't have that restriction. It can say anything and nobody ever challenges it. But thank goodness the alcohol industry is honest and decent and looks after its customers, right? Yeah, right. Big alcohol is as bad, if not worse, than big tobacco. And this time of year, a lot of people in the UK do dry January, where they go for the whole month of January without drinking. A lot of people, as their New Year's resolution, say, that's it, I'm quitting drinking, or at least I'm going to have a big, long break from drinking. And you might be thinking, well, you know, the alcohol industry must hate this time of year. They must see January and all these initiatives by public health organizations to get people to quit drinking. They must see this as a huge threat to their profit and their success. And what I want to tell you is they don't care. The alcohol industry does not care about dry January. They even endorse it. Why would they do that? Why would they endorse something that encourages people to stop using their product? And here is the answer. Because something like 4 or 5% of drinkers make up 95% of the alcohol industry's profit. These are the real problem drinkers, the really heavy, hardcore drinkers who are spending thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on their addiction. These people are entirely unaffected by things like dry January and New Year's resolutions. They are too far gone. They are too addicted, and they drive the profits of the alcohol industry. They're fiercely loyal, they're very reliable, they're dependable, and they'll always be there for the industry until they die. And these are the people that the alcohol industry cares about. And while all the kind of social drinkers who've just had a bit too much over Christmas, while all those people get all the focus in January and they go off and they do their dry January, it takes the attention away from the real problem. The real problem of alcohol is not the people who had one too many bottles of wine over Christmas. They're not the issue. The issue are the people who have got into a loop with their drinking. And you know, as soon as the kids got put off to bed, the wine comes out, wine o'clock. And what was one glass of wine with dinner has now become 1 or 2 bottles of wine every night of the week. These are problem drinkers. They're in a loop of alcohol use. And then the next stage from that is the purebred alcoholics who are physically dependent on the drug. This is the real issue. All this dry January and New Year's resolutions to moderate your drinking, this is just smoke and mirrors. It's a deception, and it's a sleight of hand that stops the public and the media looking at the real problem. So that's why the alcohol industry doesn't care about dry January. What's going on underneath the table is something much more insidious, much more dangerous. For example, in a town in Canada last year, they did a social experiment. The local town council made a decision and said, look, every single bottle of alcohol in our town that is sold is going to have a big yellow warning label on it about cancer, like cigarette packets have in many countries around the world now. So this one town in Canada said, this is what we're going to do. Every single bottle sold in any store in our town is going to have a big yellow sticker on it with red writing that says alcohol causes cancer. We know this is true. This has been proven without a shadow of a doubt. Alcohol is a grade A carcinogenic. That means it definitely causes cancer. It's no longer a debate. There are 7 major cancers caused directly by the consumption of alcohol. So this council were entirely in the right. They had science and fact on their side. Within 1 week of the initiative starting, the alcohol industry got together and sent a lawyer's letter to the town council. And in this letter, they threatened to sue the council. Even though what the council were doing was entirely correct, the facts were right, and they would win the case, no doubt. The council backed down and took all the stickers off all the bottles. Why did they do this? Not because they thought they were wrong. They did this because they simply couldn't afford the legal fight against the whole of the alcohol industry. And so while the media and the press is focusing on this, isn't it lovely dry January? Isn't it lovely New Year's resolutions? All this sort of stuff is going on behind the scenes where the alcohol industry is deliberately covering up the fact that its product hideously, horrendously, and painfully is killing its clients. Forget about the fun beer commercials you see at the halftime show at the Super Bowl. Forget about all the promotions and the giveaways and the quirky little mascots the industry has. This is not a harmless social pleasantry. This is an evil, insidious, and devious drug marketed without restriction around the world. It kills 3 million people every year. And it's time that we woke up and saw this evil poison in a different light. Thank you for watching today. I would encourage you, if you've got that intention to deal with this problem, that don't let it fade like so many other New Year's resolutions. Don't use willpower. Don't try and force yourself to be a good boy or a good girl and avoid the thing you want most. Join the course, take the free webinar, download the free book, whatever. Just do something that gets you started on the right track to dealing with this problem. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below, and I will see you very soon.
Worried about your drinking? Why not join us for a free quit drinking webinar? www.stopdrinkingexpert.com